Jim Whining with Street News. We're reporting the news that you have shared with us on www.axmediagroup.com by an email. Send us an email to streetnews@axmediagroup.com. And today it's September the 13th. And what's going on that you have been listening to? First, here's a piece of interesting information from Emporia, Kansas. Emporia State University has just now been listed as the highest ranked public regional institution in the state of Kansas by the Midwest Regional Reporting Service. That's pretty interesting. That news I'll bet you won't hear everywhere. Now, Dateline, September 13th. Again, here we are, Dallas, Texas. The business called Salesforce, owned by a billionaire CEO who I cannot pronounce his name for nothing, Mark Benefi or something like that, says he'll move all of his workers out of Texas due to the abortion law of Texas. Salesforce is located in San Francisco and is a California-based business. Dateline, another one here we come up with, and it is in Casper, Wyoming, where a lawsuit has developed by a gentleman by the name of Benjamin Crossland, who is suing his employer because of the mandatory mask requirement. He said he was fired because of it, and he said, I can't wear that mask because it's unhealthy. The oxygen level is just too low, and the CO2 levels are too high. He also claims that it violates his Fourth Amendment rights. Also, here we go now to Jefferson City, Missouri, the capital of the state of Missouri, where Governor Mike Parsons has announced that he intends to sue President Biden's administration over the recent COVID-19 vaccine mandate. The mandate is, according to Governor Parsons, unconstitutional. 12 states have already joined with Missouri, and evidently several are in line to oppose this mandate, which is believed to be, by the governors of many states, to be unconstitutional. Now in Washington, D.C., the same gentleman, President Biden, is seeking to, and as he admits, outside of the constitutional limits, certain changes, including federalizing abortion, federalizing elections, and federalizing rents. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now we move into church news, and here's a church report from Chicago, Illinois, where the Evangelical Lutheran Church installed its first transgender bishop, Michael Rohr. Now here we go to around the world and a little bit more of church information, and it comes with a statement of the cry of the earth. An appeal recently come by a joint statement released by Pope Francis of the Catholic Church, Archbishop Welby of the Anglican Church, and Orthodox Patriarch Bartholomew. Had a little difficulty reading that. They are asking for all of us to pray for the UN Climate Change Conference in November. Finally, I want to bring up one other bit of news, which I mentioned last week, and it was the Veterans Church restart. It is this coming Sunday, 2 o'clock, and it will be, that's of course September 19th at 4166 West Kearney in Springfield, Missouri. It's easy to get to. It's really close to the I-44 exit. The pastor will be veteran Kevin Kilmurray, and his wife, Donna Kilmurray, will be in charge of the music, and she also is a pastor. You may visit the facility there at 4166 West Kearney for the services, or of course you can watch it in real time on Facebook, YouTube, and many other social platforms. Don't miss it. We have much to learn from our veterans about several very important topics today. This has been Jim Whining with Street News. If you have news to report, we want to hear from you. Email us at streetnews at axmediagroup.com. Streetnews at axmediagroup.com. Again, streetnews at axmediagroup.com. And we'll let other people